On Friday, January 30th, 2026, Anthropic didn't just update a chatbot. They released a suite of 11 open source plugins that quietly transformed their AI from generalist into a specialist. One of those plugins, the Legal Automation plugin, was just a folder of text files. But by the end of 3rd February, that folder had wiped $285 billion off the global stock market. Thomson Reuters down 18%, RELX down 14%, LegalZoom decimated. They call it SaaSpocalypse, but the media is missing the technical reality. This wasn't magic. It was a specific architectural shift involving Claude Cowork, the Model Context Protocol or MCP, and a local virtual machine. Today, we are going to learn about this plugin. I'll show you exactly how the /review contract command uses local playbook to replace junior lawyers, how it connects to Jira and Box without an API key, and why this open source is the most dangerous piece of software released this decade. I'm Sumantra. This is Sumantra Codes, and let's begin. To understand why this specific launch caused a panic, we need to understand the runtime environment. This isn't the web browser. This is Claude Cowork. Cowork is an agentic platform that runs locally on your machine. But here is the security key that makes it enterprise ready. It executes tasks inside a secure virtual machine or VM environment. Corporations hate uploading sensitive contracts to the cloud. Cowork solves this by bringing the model to the data. First, local execution. The processing happens on your desktop application. In the second, file system access. It has controlled access to read, edit, and create files in specific folders you designate. The brain is the Claude. Driving this VM is the Claude. It's the reasoning engine. But unlike a chatbot that just talks, this engine has hands. It uses MCP or the Model Context Protocol. This is an open standard that lets the plugin connect to your enterprise tool securely. It doesn't need a custom integration for every tool. It just needs an MCP server. It connects to Slack for notification. It connects to Box and Ignite to find document. It connects to Jira to track workflows. This agentic workflow, or the ability to plan, execute, and use tools autonomously, is what separates Cowork from simple ChatGPT or Claude prompt. Now let's look at the weapon itself, the legal plugin. It is released under an Apache 2.0 license. That means it's open source. Any company can download it, modify it, and use it for free. Here is the structure that may kill the SaaS subscription model. This folder right here, commands, is where the magic happens. The plugin automates 5 core legal workflows via /commands. Let's break down the two most disruptive ones. First is the contract killer or /review contract. When user type /review contract, the agent doesn't just summarize the text. It performs a clause-by-clause analysis against the local configuration file called the playbook. This playbook defines your company's risk tolerance, such as tolerance like standard positions. Example, we need net 30 payment terms. Risk threshold. Example, unlimited indemnity is a red flag. Acceptable ranges, liability caps between 1x and 3x are yellow. The agent reads the contract, compares it to your specific rules, and output a report with specific red line suggestions tailored to your firm. It does the job of a junior associate who spends 4 hours cross-referencing a handbook. And the second one is the gatekeeper. Triage NDA command takes a stack of incoming non-disclosure agreement and sort them into 3 buckets. First is a standard approval. This matches our template, sign it. Counsel review. An example, there is one weird clause here. Lawyer, look at page 3. Full review. This is mess. Senior partner needed. It prioritizes attorney time effectively. Instead of reading 50 NDAs, the lawyer only reads the 5 that actually matter. Let's quickly list the other commands such as vendor check, which tracks status of agreement in Jira, brief, which can generate daily updates or incident response briefing, and respond, which can draft replies or data subject requests or discovery holds. Why did this specific plugin crash the market? Because companies like Ironclad, LegalZoom, and even heavily customized Salesforce instances were charging millions to do exactly what these slash commands do. In the old world, you bought a contract lifecycle management or a CLM tool. You paid for the interface, the workflow logic, and the storage. In the new world, Claude Co-work is the interface. The local file system is the storage, and the plugin is the logic. The playbook is the moat. The competitive advantage used to be the software. Now, the advantage is simply the configuration file. Legal ops team can define their logic in a local JSON file, their negotiation playbook, and the agent executes it. They don't need a vendor to update the software. They just update the text file. This is a catastrophe for BPO or business process outsourcing. IT giants make billions hiring humans to do level 1 review, checking signatures, verifying dates, triaging NDAs. The slash triage NDA command does the work instantly, locally, and securely. The labor arbitrage is gone. It's now cheaper to run a local VM than to hire a remote team. Now, Anthropic is smart. They have plastered a massive disclaimer on this tool. Assistance, not legal advice. They emphasize that all output must be reviewed by a licensed attorney. They frame this as a tool to help lawyers, not replace them. But let's look at the economics. The plugin handles routine legal operations, that bottom layer of the pyramid. That's where junior associates learn. That's where paralegals live. If the slash review contract commands handle 90% of the clause analysis, you don't need 10 juniors. You need one senior to review the AI's work. The plugin even has escalation triggers. It knows when to call a human. It is designed to be autonomous until it hits red risk threshold. This creates a future where the human in the loop is only looped in for disasters, not for the daily grind. So what do you do if you are in legal ops or you are a developer supporting them? The game has changed. Don't buy more SaaS seats. Build your playbook. The value is no longer in the tool, it's in the configuration. Define your standard positions, codify your risk tolerance into JSON settings, map your workflows into these slash commands. And for the developers watching, master MCP, the ability to connect to this agent to your company's proprietary data. Your specific Jira board, your specific Ignite folder is the new system integration. You aren't building apps anymore. You are building context bridges for the agent. The release of these 11 plugins, and specifically this legal tool, marks the end of the generalist AI era and the beginning of a specialist agent era. Anthropic gave us the engine, or Claude, the car, or Cowork, and the map, the plugin. Now it's up to you to drive it. Thanks for watching. I'm Sumantra, and this is Sumantra Codes.